H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcast all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Tuesday. And talk about it too. to talk about it Tuesday. Great day yesterday, man. I got a text, I think last night. It was a unique text last night. Don't get too many texts like this. Well, I do, but usually get emails like this. It said, morning, my brother. Oh, it was this morning, my brother. Just wanted to say real good, revealing message on yesterday. Great passion, as always, sound and profound. Potential. He said, keep hammering them, Hatter. Real good stuff. We was talking about potential yesterday, y'all, a little bit. And, every one of us got it in us. But we got to go and get it. You know, we got to understand it and tap into our potential. But shout out, I don't want to call his name because he didn't give me permission to call his name. But when I see, you know how the pastor said, is there one? You know how everybody else, he said, somebody come to the church, go join the church. And he just said, is there one? All I need is one. All I need, this guy says no sound, but everybody, can anybody hear me? Because it seems like everybody can hear me except Barnes. Can everybody else hear me? Tell me if you can hear me or not. Let me know. Oh, Herb can hear me because he heard me. Mr. Barnes, that got something to do with your device. Okay, but it got me. Y'all got sometimes, I go and when I learn something, I learned a long time ago. When I learn something, I have to go teach it in order for it to get inside of me. I got to go talk about it. So shout out to that man. I didn't even know he'd be watching. And see, y'all, we can never, because I never see his name up on the neither feed. I never see it's a lot of people can watch this show. And he laughing at me right now. A lot of people can watch this show, and I don't even know they watch it. So shout out to him, man. I mean, he made my day. He put a little more battery, put a little more gas in my car, so I'm ready to roll. But y'all, it's Tuesday. I got so many things to share with you today. We're gonna talk about. I saw some interesting stuff. Let me tell y'all something, and I want y'all to think about this. Think about this now, okay? Share the show right quick, because people gonna need to know this. I want you to walk me through this, and y'all help me, because I'm trying to help y'all. Remember, I have no more kids. I was a parent that went through the same things. Have no more kids that's going through this summer basketball stuff. I got a couple of kids that I'm really trying to help and follow and make sure they're all right, but I have no kids of my own. So parents, I know what you're going through, right? So when I'm up here talking, y'all can't just take, I'm talking for you. I'm not talking for these other guys. I know y'all think I'm associated with these other guys. Robert Hatter talking for you. I'm my own man. Don't nobody tell me what to do. It's just the way it is. But I asked a couple of questions a couple of weeks ago. My question was, I said, what can we do to make this basketball community better? And then I'm gonna go into this, but we're gonna get back to this. But I just want to put something on your mind. What can we do? Y'all think of something. And I want you to put this stuff up there, because I've been writing. All I got was one. So everybody happy with the basketball community. You're complaining to me off air, but evidently, and all I'm asking, don't be scared of repercussions. Just say, look, this is what I would like to see change. This is what I would like to see change. And some people it's okay. Then you come back and say, I love it the way it is. I just love it. It's absolute. That's okay. Okay. But when I put the question out there, right? Put the question out there, I said, uh, what could y'all do? What would y'all do to make it better? Nobody had one lady, Olga, I think Olga Fuentes. Olga said, Mr. Hatter, I just like the prices of the events to go down. I'm tired of paying all this money to go see the kids. I just want, but yeah. See, no. Ken Lofton, I ain't talking about support and help each other through a process. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about something concrete. Because we already know everybody ain't gonna help nobody. And we already know. I'm talking about something concrete. Something concrete. That's innate. Us trying to get people to support each other. I told you what Harriet Tubman said. Harriet Tubman said, I would have freed a lot more of y'all if they knew they were slaves. A lot more of them. Some people don't know they enslaved, Mr. Lofton. So what we have to do, no, I'm talking about some concrete. Each player should get a free parent weekend pass. Yes. Would that help? Let me write that down. What y'all gonna make me reprimand somebody. All my paper, I like to have this stuff. Because I keep notes. Hold on. Each player should get a free parent weekend pass. At least for the parents. Okay? Free. No. Don't say free. I don't like to say free. See, I write complimentary. Complimentary pass for parents. Okay. Complimentary pass for parents. What else? Y'all get y'all and hold up now. Hold up. Then I came back. So y'all see it's the comments are very sparse. They're very sparse because people don't know what they want. I think and then it's okay for y'all to put on there and say, I don't know what I want. It's okay. It's okay to put that on there too. But what got me was yesterday, after I did that and nobody responded, and then yesterday I want to have it right because I like to be right when I say something. Herb, I'm gonna need your help. Y'all stay there. Y'all stay there with me for a minute. Stay there for a minute because I just want to. Let me see, basketball community. And yesterday, I asked two questions. Yeah, Jeremy, how is Jimma doing? Thank you. Jeremy, let us know on the feed how Jimma is doing. What's up, Jeremy? But I had two questions to the basketball. Y'all see that big old sign? These my notes I put, basketball community. Then I wrote up on it, right? I said, maybe the reason y'all wasn't giving me no suggestions because maybe y'all don't care. So I got two more questions for you. Do we put the fire out like I'm trying to do? I'm trying to put the fire out. Or do we let the whole house burn down? Like black folks talking about the roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need the water. Let them MF burn. What is happening in the house ain't going to consume us. Let it burn down in order to rebuild a more positive and solid ground. Then somebody go, no, Robert, we can't tear Mouse's house down. Y'all, we didn't build this thing in the first place. AAU wasn't started by us. And that branched off to all this. We didn't build this thing in the first place. Why don't we start over and build something for us? You walk in the gym, it's a lot of us that's in the gym. Y'all, somebody said, Robert, what's going to happen to the kids what's going to happen to the kids if we burn it down? Do y'all know how much them coaches get paid millions of dollars? They gonna come find the best basketball player. That's their job. We just make it easy for them. Some of basketball, grassroots basketball, make it easy for them coaches. Some of them gets a little damn too lazy for me. Y'all following me? Y'all got to follow me here, parents, handlers, or whatever, y'all, everybody. Follow me. I'm listening, I'm watching these tweets. These dudes just tweet. I just don't. And some of these tweets, some people was tweeting the last couple of days. I don't even understand what they be saying. Hey, do me a favor. If you're going to tweet it, proofread it. Y'all just, what the hell? Y'all, proofread it. She said, my baby is doing great. Returns home. She was at New York University, getting her surgery. The surgeon is thoroughly impressed with her abilities so soon to recover. Can't wait to get back in the gym. Awesome. Awesome. Put that on the screen for everybody to hear about little Gemma, Miss Gemma Johnson. She went and got that surgery, straightened that back out on her. I can't wait to see her. Can't wait for her to come on the show. See how that's more important. I just stop everything and just talk about Gemma right now. But y'all got to help me here, y'all. I know some of basketball in this basketball. It's like at least Glenn Bishop came up and said, man, it wasn't all, it ain't all it cracked up to be. It ain't what I thought. And I would like to, I wanted him to expound. Tell me what did you expect? Parents, what do you expect out of this? I know what you want. You should want. Allow her to go. We don't. There you go, Herbie Baker. Herb, he know it. He just wanted to get back in the gym. He gonna let her recover. I believe you me. He gonna let her recover. She gonna need to recover. But Herb, explain. Herb, you in this community. Maybe it's okay to you, Herb. Everything is all right with you. Don't charge for player protest. At least protest. That is not harming. Melvin dude, we talking about big problem. We ain't talking about that. All that old protest stuff. Hold on. Come on, Melvin dude. This Robert Hatter now. Okay? Come on. Don't charge for player protest. Come on, Melvin dudes. Yo, this stuff, see, we talking about big changes, man. I got to put this kind of stuff. Y'all see, 2 weeks in May, early in May, I would have went off about this one, but y'all see, give champs free to the next event. Ain't helping the basketball. What can we do to help the basketball community? Not everything is free. Quit trying to take I'm talking about some of the policies that's in place. Come on, man. I see what's happening. Y'all just don't know. Melvin dudes, you just help me. Let me just go on with the show, because y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Carry on, basketball community. I guess it'll fix itself, either burn down or let it burn, or y'all. It ain't no, because people don't think. People don't think. Everybody got complaints, but they don't think. Let me go. Boy, I love it. I love this show. I love it. Event directors need to cap the number of teams, quality over quantity. There are far too many teams, and the product has been. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Thank you, Herbie. Thank you, Herb. Somebody screenshot that one and sent it to me. No, I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna screenshot it myself. Thank Herb. Hey, Crystal. Cap the number of the teams. So what you mean, Herb? Herb, cap the number of teams. But Herb, help me out now. Because Every kid is at different levels, and I didn't mean to get here right here this quickly. Every kid is at different levels. You should have the top teams in a tournament over here, and then a lower level team in a tournament over here, because they got let them play against each other, and don't put them against them teams who gonna mask them about 100,000 points. I hope limit the number of teams who can participate, and should be qualifications. Number of the teams, and should be qualifications to coach a team. Yeah, should be qualifications to run a team too, and to run a program too. So you saying, so are you telling me the coaches are not qualified? I beg to differ. I think some of these coaches are overqualified. We got some great coaches in this business. There Barnes. We got some great coaches in high school basketball. I've been watching them. We got some good coaches. We got some high school coaches. So you mean the high school coaches ain't no good either? Because we got some high school coaches that's coaching summer basketball. So I see her. I kind of like that one. Until you get good enough. So you should, so the guys on the developmental circuit hone your game and make your game greater so you can get back over here to the big circuit. You follow me? Y'all help me? Hey, y'all grapple with that for a minute. Let me see what I had that I wanted to talk. I was thinking about something, y'all. I always, okay, qualifications. But who gonna make up those qualifications, Darryl Bonds? Where is the governing body gonna come from? Who gonna make these qualifications? Where does that come from, Darryl Barnes? Okay, so I saw something in DeJounte Murray, the young kid that played for the San Antonio Spurs. I heard about this young kid a long time ago. I heard about this kid because he was dating a friend of mine's daughter, and it didn't work out. And but the kid posted something, and I just wanted to share with y'all. He said, 10 years ago, I was in juvenile, and a whole month in there, I told the guard, that whole month I was in there, I told the guards, I'm going to get out and change my life and never come back. And they told me I would be right back. He said, 10 years later, them same guards asking me for pictures and my autograph. He said, look at God. DeJounte Murray, I know he had a lot of problems. I think he in the Seattle area, out in that area. And I know some people that's close to around him, a lot of stuff happened in his life. He was a juvenile and changed his life around. I love to talk about, because we always talk about athletes when they do something bad. I love to talk about when a young man told the prison guards, I ain't coming back here. And 10 years later, he's still an all-star and everything. And the reason I ask y'all and I talk about these kind of things on the show, I'd like to say, instead of just a talk show, this an action show. So that's why when I see comments, I want to see comments that we can put into action. Like Herb said, the parents don't understand that their kid isn't where they need to be, so there will always be discrepancy about participations. Absolutely, Herb. I like that one, Herb. I like that. Herb, we just got Herb. They'll find out, because what's going to happen, Herb, all the top teams going to be invited to certain things. And to get on one of those top teams, you got to be a dude. And if you're not on one of them top teams and you want to play, you got to be, no matter how your parents be mad at you, mad at the people, they got to go and play on another program, because these particular teams right here, he can't play on these teams because he's not good enough yet. Use that as motivation to go and just and make those teams. what happened when you used to be on JV? You used to, JV was, man, the JV was some fire. Because them JV, we used to halfway bust them dudes. But we just, everybody wanted instant and don't understand it's a process. But I like that one. What's up, Gerald Woods? I like that one. People like Jimmy John, who have been in the industry for a long, should, hell no. We ain't gonna let Jimmy and John Lucas and John Urich come up with nothing. No, no. They listen, they part of the old establishment, man. We need new ideas. Daryl Barnes. We need new ideas. Those are the guys who ushered in the old ideas. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Daryl Barnes, I know you've been sick. Let's get your mind right today. No. We need new ideas. We need fresh and new ideas. Fresh and new ideas. Nothing against those gentlemen. Those gentlemen, you can't work those guys to death. We need guys that are going to bring us in the next 20 years. Jimmy, come on, they're not saviors. Somebody else got to step up with new ideas. We can't keep baking the same cake with the same damn ingredients, expect for it to be a different cake, Daryl Barnes. Come on, follow me. Y'all ain't listening. I told y'all, I don't know what the hell y'all be doing. And I was just saying the other day, man. I was just saying the other day, I got a confession to make. When people don't take notes when I'm trying to teach, I fight not to be triggered. It's like making your best dish and people eat and people eat with while scrolling on their phone. Put some respect on my work. No, we don't want. You're not listening. Take some notes. You're not listening. And I was thinking about the other day. I was saying that once Elon Musk takes over Twitter, I was going to reevaluate my assessment and my alignment to it. I was going. I ain't that big Twitter guy no way. You know what I'm saying? But that don't seem to be happening as quickly as some might have thought. And I'm still here. I'm still on Twitter. Somebody called me. I told somebody to tweet. They said Elon Musk put Twitter on layaway and couldn't pay to get it out. I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about it because I was gonna get off Twitter because I know it's gonna be I got a viable alternative, and I'm working on that now. But we got to get better, man. We got to get better. We can't put old wine, new wine in old wine skins. If we gonna redo this and revamp this summer basketball, we need new ideas, fresh ideas. Okay? Why not have summer ball divisions? I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let me put that on. I like that. See, some person should be looking at this thing and just see, because but her. Okay, see now we talking. Hold up, y'all got no. Hold up, let me put that back up there, Ken Law, cause I want to have all this instead of me going back. I want to have y'all see. I'm doing some homework. I'm doing some homework today. Cause I see y'all don't know what you want. I guess I got to help you find what you want, cause everybody running their damn mouth and talking about they doing this and that. They ain't nobody doing nothing. I would like to see a citywide basketball league outside of AAU. Individual, hold up. Individual sign up players get drafted from teams of 8 and just compete. That's doable. That's doable. That's why I come on this show and ask these things, man. Listen to me. Robert Hatter don't have the answers. I'm trying to help y'all get them. I ain't got no kids in this stuff. That would also help parents out that think their kid is better than others. Who? And get what, parents? Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, parents. I don't mind you thinking your kid better than everybody else. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. That's your baby. But make sure when he show up at this stuff, he have his game right and have his game tight. That's all I ask. Our players are required to bring notebooks to practice. Joe Ball, we ain't talking about your players. I'm saying, what could we do to make this basketball community better? So you're saying, you talking about your players. We talk to us, not talk about what you doing with your. Just say, look, how should players be required to bring notebooks to practice and take notes during breaks and after practice? That's what y'all do. Will that help? Would that help make the basketball community better if a player come to practice and take notes? Would that help? Y'all tell me. Top high school coaches, the top high school coaches coach the league so they really play the right way. I don't agree with that. 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 I don't agree with that, B. Scott. I'm gonna put it up there. I don't believe that. I know some coaches summer basketball with Coach Ring around in them some of them high school coaches. Rings. D-B. Rings. Ain't even know in class with some of these guys. And some of these guys are able to develop and coach. Thank you, Herb. I'm glad you said the right way. Who's doing it the right way? That's subjective. Because B. Scott, you might think somebody doing it the right way, and guess what? Dr. Newsom might think they're terrible. What's up, Dr. Newsom? Ken Lofton might say, what the hell is you talking about? So what's the right way? Larry Brown, the right way? That's what he used to talk about all the damn time. The right way, and they run his ass out of college and the NBA. The right way. Now Penny got his, Penny got him down there in Memphis. So what is the right way? Great question, Herb Baker. Herb Baker, I love you. I love you. Come on, y'all. Y'all, let me help you. I was talking about taking notes, which was, okay, taking notes. So you're telling if the players take more notes, that would make the basketball community better? Because that's our subject. Oh, that's just another topic. Okay. Well, can we stay on task? Come on, y'all. Come on. I love this. I love it. But what I want y'all to understand, the world's most intelligent people consistently keep an open mind and the willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. I'm going to repeat that. The world's most intelligent people consistently keep an open mind and are willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. Mamas, parents, when you presented with new information, be intelligent and keep an open mind. Keep an open mind because if you open your mind, something can seep in. That is Moody said, does Houston area have a small fry league? These are kids 5'1" and under. which will give them an opportunity to learn and play the basketball game? I don't know. I never heard of a small fry league. Oh, okay, Joe, I'm behind. Joe, I got you, Joe. I got you. What you think about that, y'all? I put it on the screen. Herb said, I know that I can teach the game, I can develop players, and I can coach a little bit as well. I didn't invent the game, make up the drills, or create the schemes, but I played the game at a high level. Absolutely. You did. Absolutely, Herb. I second that, Herb. And I love some of the things you're teaching these kids. I am telling you, I talk about y'all all the time, but I can't. I keep talking about the usual suspects. I want to. I want. I want. Man, I just got a text, man. Man, from some man. Hey, man, I just got a group text. They just throw me out. My son and my daughter. You know, I'm finna put. You know what? I'm gonna do him like he do me, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. I put that focus on. I put that do not disturb like he do me. Tell me, folks, I put it on him. Yeah, I put it on him. Okay, now back to y'all. So, but I love these kind of conversations, but we got to have open minds, y'all. And there's a liability in our community that many times we don't celebrate our leaders until they're dead. Not just in this community, I'm talking about all over the world. And when they die, you know, we want to name a street after them, but when they're alive, we run their names in the streets. I need to repeat that. There's a liability in our community that many times we don't celebrate our leaders until they're dead. When they die, we want to name a street after them. But when they're alive, we run their names through the street. Make you say, Make you say, Guess what? Take a quick break. I'm coming right back. I got something for you. Take a quick break. I'm coming right back. I got Doc's news. I told you I was ready today, Doc. Be right back, y'all.
Welcome to All Ticket Attractions, your number one source for tickets, local or nationwide. Here's our current promotion: ticket purchase installments. Just pay 25% down and make weekly payments. Ladies and gentlemen, Chop Shop members, go to your favorite show. Sit on the front row. If you want a ticket but can't pay all of it, put it on weekly installments. Now back to the Chop Shop with Hatter and Hicks, your midday sports happy hour.
Welcome back. See, sometimes I don't think y'all realize just sitting here for 2 hours, I have to get up and move around every few minutes. But I saw some things that happened. What Ken Gamma said. We used to have at Finding It Back when, crazy part about it, there were no parents at the game. Which game you talking about, Ken Gamma? Talking about the Small Fry League? Okay, see, he put it up there. What, the Small Fry League, 5 and under. What's the age? So wait a minute, 5 and under men or 5 and under kids? I hope these kids, right? There ain't too many 5 and under men. I hope these kids. But that's I ain't never thought about that. Do we have? I'm glad y'all brought that up. So how? A 5 and under college league? No, no, no. No, I'll tell y'all one thing though. We got a great pro-am league, and the pro-am got girls in it now. Casey Williams out, y'all no excuses pro-am. Y'all got to check that out. But so when the kids little, the little kids, right? There's nobody just teaching the little kids right now. So they're very informative, because y'all got to realize kids learn more like in that 3rd or 4th grade. You teachers know. So we don't have people teaching kids the fundamentals at that age in this city. I'm just curious. King Gamble, you better put that one in your pipe. We don't have a league. King Gamble, you got a gym. TJ Ford, you got a gym. And I know y'all just want the best players in y'all gym all the time. But is it some way we can teach the fundamentals that dad might not know to the little bitty ballers? And see, will he fall in love with the game? And if he fall in love with the game, he'll already have the fundamentals of the game. Will that help the basketball community? I never thought of that until Thaddeus Moody put that up on the screen. I never thought about that, Dad. So then when they grow up, Dad, like in baseball, them little dudes be playing when they're young. They be playing when they're young, learning the fundamentals. I'm watching all this little stuff them baseball play. That's when then even when they get older, they send them to the minor leagues so they can learn the fundamentals. Fundamentals are important. It's what I love about golf. Like yesterday, I was terrible from my standards. I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't love golf the way I love golf, I would quit after yesterday. I was hitting that thing everywhere. No, I was hitting it. It wasn't going. The ball wasn't doing what it usually do. How in the hell you can be so great one day but then guess what I said? I got to go back to the fundamentals. Check my grip. Check my stance. Check my posture. Yeah, Dr. News, check my posture. Because if these kids don't learn all of that, what do they have to fall back on? I'm watching a guy like Jaylen Brown. Is an NBA All-Star, I think might be close. Can't dribble a lick. Can't dribble a lick. You remind me of Clyde Drexler. He said, Ken Gamble said, I've been training some of your nieces and nephews since they were 5. I don't look for the elite. I help them become that. Okay. But I'm talking about, do we have a citywide thing? I know people, so you doing it on that side of town. Have we got somebody doing it on the opposite side of town? We got somebody doing it north, east, south, west. I'm just asking for a friend. Let me see. Yeah. He said Angel John. Oh yeah, we ain't talking about. I didn't mean we wasn't really talking about little men. I just said, look, he was talking about the kids. So let's not go there, y'all. Let's get back. See how quick we go and talk about people's choice in words. But we quick to do that. Let's not do that. It's all right. It's all right. Let's call them damn police in Buffalo. Let's call Tucker Carlson. I told y'all. This is what we need. These the people. Let me just get it out. Where my glasses at? I ain't got my glasses. Let's call and get on there. Tweet these and get on their ass. These companies right here. About allowing Tucker Carlson to spew all this negative stuff that cause young guys to come and kill 10 of us. I ain't gonna let nobody forget it. Them 10 beautiful souls that were killed in Buffalo. This is what we need to be worried about instead of trying to correct somebody what they're saying about somebody that's small. We need to talk about this. Let's call Tucker Carlson. Let's tweet Tucker Carlson. Let's tweet Fox News, Balance of Nature, Liberty. All I'm saying, if you gonna do that, let's do this too. You can do whatever you want to. I'm just adding something to your duties. Since everybody want to be the etiquette police, let's add, I'm adding to your duties. I made sure I don't give to neither one of those 15 sponsors right there. I made sure. This is important. Let me get back. Yes, they fund him. Yes. Let me put it back up there. Yes. They fund Tucker Carlson. All of them companies right there. Got a couple of more. Somebody sent me. Boy, let that happen to somebody in the white community. Them folks have been doing just what I'm telling you to do. Emailing, inundating the phone systems. My Pillows, Relief Factor, USAA, all of them, the Liberty Mutual. I would change their ass tomorrow. Safe like glass. Get away from them. That's all. Y'all, we just got to get smart. I know y'all, Robert. No. Told you sometimes you got to be profound to be profane. If ain't nobody gonna say, somebody got to say it. If we build back up the right way, they will come. Thank you. If we build back up the way, thank you, Ken Gamble. Ken Gamble. That's why I said yesterday, everybody panicked. They panicked. They called me. Because they didn't understand what I was saying. I said, I got 2 questions for you. I got 2 questions. In this basketball community, this summer basketball community, do we try to keep putting the fires out? Or do we just let the whole house just burn down? What's happening in the house, we can't let it consume us. Let it burn down in order to rebuild a more positive and solid ground. That's all I said. Because I know y'all not happy. Y'all calling me and telling me. Y'all don't know what to do. I don't know who to support. I just sent some teams over here. I sent some teams over here because I don't want nobody mad at me. Make a choice. Even when you choose not to vote, you let clowns like Luke Skywalker, whoever, pop that coochie, tell you who to vote for. And shut up. They don't never say nothing until election time. You don't never hear from their ass, him and Ice Cube, until election time. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, y'all got the power. I told y'all that a long time ago. Y'all be looking at me, Robert, but I see what, somebody came on here one day, ladies and gentlemen, and said, well, I don't want to support one, then the other one get mad at me. Then I brought up the analogy about the double-minded man. It's unstable in all his ways. Make a choice. I don't care what your choice is. Just choose. I choose to say, I'll do. Until y'all straighten this bull crap up, I'm not supporting nobody. Keep my money. Me and little Johnny, me and little Sarah gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna go get her some more money and get King Gamma some. I'm trying to get my kid better because somebody gonna see him play. at some point. He going to high school. Why don't he go and just be the MVP of high school? Let me tell you something. If your son don't show back up to high school this year better than he was last year, how you expect for him? Y'all got to understand. College coaches looks at these things in increments. That's why they're watching here. They're watching here. I never forget. I had to learn this. College coach came to see my son early in the year. He said, I'm going to come back and see him after January. See, I want to see where he at in February. Y'all parents, y'all hear me? Let me see. I done seen him in the beginning of the season. I saw him in the summer. I saw him in the beginning of the season. I'll be back. I want to see what he do after the year turns. That's how they gauge their players in college. Because what? After the year turn, they're building toward what? Conference play. That means he got to get better before conference play. Conference tournament. Watch your son instead of all of this whining and all of this talking about me. Just keep watching his development. I want your son to think. This is how I want your son to think. We want the best player in the world to say this about your son.
Just extremely talented, high IQ, young guy that works tirelessly to be ready. I wish there was like a whatever Clutch Sports doing. They got to do a documentary on just how he approaches his season, because the behind the scenes of like how he works, going game speed, his consistent effort every day, not knowing if he's going to play the next day, going back and forth from the G League, all that stuff. Like, you can tell somebody it's going to pay off because your number's going to be called. Does a person buy into that? Do they believe it? Do they actually come with that right approach every day? And then you get to a situation where he's thrown into a Western Conference Finals game and makes a big difference and plays extremely well. Seems very, very composed. The speed of the game didn't overwhelm him. All that stuff matters. And it didn't just happen last week or yesterday. It was from day one when he showed up this summer. So it's pretty special to see it all kind of pay off for a young guy.
Stephon Curry was talking about Moses Moody. Lottery pick from last year. I think Arkansas. From the Arkansas area. Did y'all hear what he said? What are your kids doing when the video, when Archie's not there? What your kid doing with Jeffrey Day, ball so hard's not there? Couldn't you see? Just go back and watch him. Have you seen him get better since the end of his season to now in the summer? Because next week is another live period. Have you seen him getting better? Parents, I know ain't nobody telling y'all this. What you got to watch, you parent? Quit being a cheerleader now. Be a supporter and sit back and say, he doing things now. He hadn't gotten any better. Son, what we doing? Share the show, by the way. I can't. Glenn Bishop, you've been watching this show this long, and you asking me why one is more important, high school. Sometimes, let me see how. I know people that came on this show and talked about this a million times. Both of them are important. But summer basketball allows certain things, you to do certain things with another team. High school basketball allows you to do certain things with your team, where you the man on that team. And I want you to hear this because I don't want nobody asking this question no more, unless it's a new person. Your summer team, you should have a whole lot of people that play just as good as you. You getting a feel of how people feel can play. All the red ants in the ant bed, all of y'all playing together. How you can play with players just as good as you. Your summer, all of it's evaluation. Your college, they looking at your high school career. Don't go stank up your high school career and think you go. Because they're going to say, wait a minute. He good in the summer because he got some bad dudes around him. But when he the dude, he can't play when he the dude. This is just common sense right here to me, Glenn Bishop. It's common sense. I'm just giving you common sense. Ain't no coaching told me this. This is just me being a player, me watching this stuff for 30 years. In high school, you in a certain system. In summer basketball, you're in certain systems. So you're being evaluated. Yes, people said it, grassroots. You don't, but guess what? Why do you think these players are leaving their high school teams to go play on national teams? That's a high school team. So, to me, I hope that answered your question. Both of them are important. Both of them. But the summer basketball is more conducive to what college is going to be like. Herb, help me if you want to add in. It's going to be more like what college, because you're going to be badass dudes. In high school, you ain't got, but you the baddest dude on your high school team. You follow me? So you better be a killer diller over there. And then over here, but I've explained this a million times on the show. Over here, you go. I think both of them important. And they're trying to bring the importance of both of them back. Thus, you're able to play with your high school team. And coaches be able to come and see you on your high. So there are some importance there too. Because they align a period, a scholastic period, where they allow you to play with your high school team. Some of this stuff common sense. I'm just going off common sense. But I was thinking about that Moses Moody kid, man. He's a lottery pick. Now he just got to come in and play D. And get in where he fit in. But when Stephon Curry, one of the most prepared players I've ever seen in my entire life, y'all got to go and read the stories of him at those summer camps. When he was going from Davidson to the summer camps for Nike. Always the first person in the gym. Always had his shoes tied up and ready to play on the bus going to the gym while everybody else walk in with their flip-flops on. They got their flip-flop on. They taking 15 to 20 minutes to change it, but Stephon got in. All his form shooting out the way. Watch your son's habits. Watch how he prepares for games. Watch how he prepares for practice. Watch how he prepares. I mean, if you got this much invested in it, you got to pay attention. Then you won't waste your time like I didn't. I know my son was good, but he didn't have the habits of a pro. He had the habits of a pro, but a professional in the business realm. He'd rather be the one that owned the team, not the one playing. He want to be in a position like Tim Donnelly, paying me $8 million, just left. This man ain't won a championship with Denver, but he was responsible for finding Jokic and Jamal Murray. Minnesota Timberwolves just gave this man $8 million just to talk. Not to run up and down and get his head beat in. They make deals. I keep telling $8 million a year as an executive. They bring him to Minnesota. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It ain't made a layup. $8 million a year. Y'all hear me? What's up, Slim? Slim. He's smart. He's smart. And now, the guy who been learning under him, Calvin Booth, you remember Calvin Booth used to play? The guy who used to play with in college. Did he play at Maryland? Or Penn State, one of them schools. Is now expected to assume at Denver, assume lead basketball operations role for the franchise. There's significant belief in Booth in the organization. Booth happened to be an African-American man and a former NBA veteran, is well respected and a rising executive across the league. That's what I want to hear. Can we get some more Calvin Booths? Tim Donnelly. Slim, the man getting $8 million and ain't got to shoot a jump shot. Y'all explain to me this NBA right quick. Slim. Slim. They wanted the man so bad. Y'all know I told y'all about Mark Lowry. I told y'all about Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez got the name, but Mark Lowry got the bread. Mark Lowry gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. He said, I'm not only gonna give you $8 million a year for 5 years. Guaranteed. I'm gonna give you some ownership in the team. Players can't get that. Hold on. Hello? Let's be smart. Y'all know what I'm finna do now. I got to pull up Mr. Donnelly resume. Yo, active shooter, another active shooter, unbelievable. Wait a minute, hold on. Man, I'm loving this, y'all. Hold on. Oh, Jimmy here. He'll give me time to go and look it up for you. What up, Doc? Let me see you. You ready over there? Let me bring you on in. I'm all over the place. Talk about summer basketball. I'm talking about everything. It's just so much to talk about. But Jimmy, I was just talking about. Hold on. I was just Conley. I don't know why I called the man Conley. Donnelly. It's Conley. Tim Conley. I called him Donnelly. I'm sorry. I missed the C for the D. Jimmy. They getting this dude $8 million a year for 5 years, guaranteed to leave Denver as the president and come to Minnesota. And Calvin Booth gonna take over his spot. And Jimmy, here the caveat. They never did this before, Jimmy. Mark Lauren, with his smart, I told y'all he was smart, said, look, player, I know you don't want to leave Denver because you got Jokic and all that over there, but guess what? I got Cat and I got Ant-Man. Ant-Man going to be the baddest dude. All I need you to do is piece this thing around him, get us a championship. I'm going to give you $8 million a year for 5 years, and then I'm going to give you ownership of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jimmy, he gone like a turkey through the cone. He gone. But Jimmy, all I'm trying to tell people, I'm sitting there watching. I said, oh my God. Let's go to school and get a lesson. Jimmy, I got to look up Tim Donnelly's bio. I want to see how many jump shots he made. Hey, Jimmy ain't finna give him a boatload of money. But what's up, man? Welcome, man. I'm trying to bring up his stuff. He from Baltimore, I know. Jimmy, he been all over. I see when I talk about stuff like this, the reason I want to talk about stuff like this, Jimmy, I want our young kids to understand that, man, we can go be whatever we want to. He's an executive. He's now the president of Minnesota Timberwolves. He was at he worked for the Washington Wizards, the New Orleans Hornets. Then he took over the Nuggets. Jimmy, he was born in Baltimore. Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. Went to Fordham University. Hold up, Jimmy, they ain't said nothing about him shooting that nail jump shot. So I'm sorry, Jimmy. They ain't said nothing about shooting damn jump shot.
So he can't. So he didn't play in the pros, and he didn't play. He didn't. So he did. So you mean he qualified to do that with basketball? You know,
they say he's one of the most brilliant minds in basketball.
Because some people make people believe because the guy didn't play because if you didn't play in the pros. Then
Jimmy, we debunked that theory a long time ago.
Y'all, but
Jimmy, we debunked that theory a long time ago. You a living witness that you didn't have to play. So hey, hey, Jimmy, what I done found out, Jimmy, I found out something today, and you want to know? I got to share it with you, man. And I found out that a lot of people, if they gonna get mad because they ain't gonna think about this, right? Just be talking about people all over the world, Jimmy. The world's most intelligent people, Jimmy, consistently keep an open mind and are willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. The world's most intelligent people. But Jimmy, we give these people new information. Sometimes people just don't want new information. I want to know what I want to know. How can you know anything about basketball if you ain't never played the game? Like, he's a baseball player. He ain't never played the game. Somebody told me that. I said, but he got a triple doctorate because he just spent 20 years watching these ball beaters run up and down this road. He know what they can do and what they cannot do because he studied the game. And yo, that's what we do. That's why we bet on this show. We done studied the game. That's all. But Jimmy, what's going on, man?
So, hey, it's a good day, of course, and H-Town. Welcome, guys, to the Chop Shop. You can take out the time to share the show. If you haven't done so already, share the show to your timelines, to your groups, to your pages. We are wanted to give a shout out to a young man, Jackson Fields from Elkins High School. Uh, he's the most recent 12th grader to accept a Division I scholarship offer. And he's going to Troy State over there with Scott Cross. Many people in Texas remember Scott Cross, longtime successful head coach at University of Texas at Arlington for a number of years before taking that Troy State gig. So this young man, Jackson Fields, was a projected star receiver on the football field. And at 6'7", guys, 6'7", he decided to, and he's not the only one this year that was 6'7". We had a pair of 6'7" dual sport aspiring football stars to hang up their helmets and take a gamble on their basketball skill set to generate them a Division I offer. So, and the other one was the young man Woodson, who's over at Goose Creek Memorial this past year. So shout out to him, man. And that's a good thing because he took a gamble and it paid off. So as the count stands, there are 18 Division I signees from out of Greater Houston. That's right at the mark of the number that I said that we would probably reach. My estimates was about 18, but it could be the 19th because remember, Sean Jones, who had initially signed with Texas State from Shadow Creek High School, he is still available, and there are some Division I's that are a couple that are circling the boat for his services. He would be number 19, and that number does include Amari Abram, who was committed to an SEC college before he left Summer Creek last summer and went to a prep school in California. So just wanted to get that out the way in regards to that. And then I'm looking at some of the comments now. I guess we can get. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention about Sean Jones. I was looking this morning, well, a little while ago, and of the top 50 12th graders in Greater Houston, of the top 50, there are only about 8 that are available right now. 2 of them is reclassified, so that doesn't count toward the mark. So that means 42, approximately 40 plus of those kids have already signed or committed to schools, to colleges. And it goes to show it, and it supports the theory, or not the theory, the fact that I've been presenting to you guys, and we've been presenting to you guys. We've been hammering this nail into the wood over and over and over, and somehow you guys, you want to buy what you choose to buy, and that is Greater Houston. We are spitting out, kids are signing and going to colleges. It just so happens, and just like anywhere, it just so happens that some of the colleges that they may go to might not be their initial hope or choice of Division I. But the colleges are recruiting this area rapidly. Houston, we annually put out more Division I players than most cities in the United States. Houston putting out more Division I, has more Division I players in college than LA. We have way more than Dallas. Hell, DFW. If you want to add that in there. But somehow You got somehow so many of you guys, you have to realize in order for a lot of people boats to float in this amateur basketball sector, it seemed like they got to sell the fear. It's like going to the polls. They sell fear. Man, Dallas getting all this, man. Dallas getting all that. All them kids going. Guys, Dallas right now has they have an edge on the top degree of talent. Right now. And that's about to change. It's been peaks and valleys. Since you think about it. You walked into this. So where was all this talk about Dallas 10 years ago? You know what they were talking about? Well, our high school teams, we beat y'all and we go to state. And that's peaks and valleys. Now all of a sudden, it's peaks and valleys, guys. Y'all think about it. We've had stars come through and we'll have more. It's just that right now, it happened. Think about this. What if we had social media around 2010? Let's start at 2010. We don't even go back to 2001. Hell, just imagine what if we had social media back in 2001 during that TJ Ford and Melka Okafor, Lawrence Roberts, all those guys back in those days, John Lucas the third. But in 2010, when Yates went undefeated and earned the title of the number one team in the country per USA Today, if that team if they had social media as it stands today, that team would have went viral. I'm talking about because the crowds that they drew, and during those times, wasn't no social media, but Houston basketball had turned another corner in the revolution of this into the meaning that our high school teams was winning and our grassroots teams was reigning supreme at the same time. And that's the
perfect
double
storm.
Yes. Because as Yates had come out of that in 2010, think about it. The fabric of the city was perfect because Wheatley went to state in 2009, Haller. Yates goes to state in 2010. So our inner city, our urban, two of the state's most historic basketball programs in consecutive years went to state and represented this area. Then you had the water bubbling in different pots for guys like that was coming through the chute as ninth graders back at that time. You talking about
Rashid now?
Yeah.
Mike now?
Well, they were 10th graders, 10th graders in Rashid Suleiman and remember LJ Rose. Hell, they had J. Michael Reese on the front cover of a Sports Illustrated, one of those publications.
And he was invited to the All-Star game in Phoenix to do some stuff.
Do you understand? Without social media, then you understand all these guys, and then you had the influx of because everybody else had international players, and all of a sudden the doors swung open, and we had the Bahamian pipeline coming through the city, and next thing you know, and Frank Rutherford producing one after another. Now, don't get it twisted. They caught people's attention. Now, it didn't matter if they didn't pan out on the back end, but guys like Michael Carey got his degree out of the deal.
Yeah. Warren Bell should have.
Yeah, he went to about 6 schools. He should have got something.
He should have 12 dissertations, but keep going.
Just think about. I'm taking you guys from a quick blast to the past. Then you had that was the class 2012. The top players from Dallas, DFW, came to play with our summer teams from Houston. That was like one of the first time that your very top players.
Come on with Max and them came.
No,
Who
this before then.
who
This
came?
before then.
Who came from Dallas?
Isaiah Austin,
Oh yeah,
Emmanuel Mudiay.
that's right. That's
You see, when
right.
you build it, they come. We done been there, done that. When a
I
lot of
forgot
guys, and
about them.
yeah.
Okay.
So now you can understand when your start, you have a motive now because Dallas, DFW, that really pissed a lot of people off.
It pissed them off. It's best.
Yeah,
It's best to be pissed on than pissed off than pissed on. But keep going.
yeah. And so then you're pissed off. Your star players are coming down and playing with teams down here, and that made spite grow in some people, not all, but in some. So then we have successful because you coming through the shoots. Right after that was the Harrison twins.
Yes, sir.
And Derek Griffin
Yeah.
and Jonathan Motley
Yeah.
and Wesley Awandu and all those guys. And that's 2013.
Right.
And while they was in 2013, we're doing all this stuff and we're seeing these young ninth graders who are leading their varsities in scoring
Come
as
by.
ninth graders.
Yeah.
And that's Justin Jackson
Okay. And De'Aaron Fox.
and Justice
Fox.
Winslow. De'Aaron Fox, he
Came
was in the
after that.
7th grade at the time.
Yeah, he came
come
after
after that. I'm just telling you the back to back to back.
Okay, keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, Justice Winslow led St. John's in scoring as a ninth grader, put 43 points on Yates. You scored 43 on Yates at Barnett Stadium as a ninth grader? Then you had Daniel House. I missed him. He another kid that scored 40 on. He was at Sharpstown at the time before transferring to Hightower.
Yeah.
HISD was good.
It was good. Good in the hood.
It was good in the hood. And then you go and we had those guys were next up. Then De'Aaron Fox coming through. He's in the 9th grade. He don't score 43. He scores a 52 in the 9th grade against Nimitz in a double overtime win at the Campbell Center. 52. So now the next one is born. And while he's going, right, we get a dip in 2017. I mean, he's De'Aaron Fox 2015. De'Aaron Fox was the same class. I think it's Carson Edwards. Mm-hmm. Carson Edwards was a kid that pretty much he got it the old-fashioned way. Carson Edwards wasn't a guy that was thought going to be this. He was a guy that worked his butt off.
He got it out the mud.
He worked his butt off. Hell, he was a football player, I think, at one point in time. But then you had a dip, and then while you had that dip, we had a new kid on the block that came, and like prep school was not, and the new flavor of that that 4-year span was Victory Prep.
The Vanderbilt.
They had a kid named Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Okay. Damn.
And they had a young kid that was a point guard coming through the pipes named Xavier Wheeler. Xavier Wheeler was a kid, and people say, I mean, how you gonna have a kid that ranked number 1 and he that short? That's what they're saying about the rest of the city.
I heard them tell you that.
Yeah. And so I went on the plank. You got me versus everybody. This dude a bad joker. He good.
Yeah.
He know how to win. He's smart. He's Avery Johnson part 2. That's what Xavier Wheeler is. Avery was smart like that. If you talk basketball, he was always like that there, man. He can go, at a young age, can just talk, go get on the chalkboard and just give you what you want with it. A coach loves point guards such as that. They love players such as that. They love competitors such as that. The shooting part, it can and will come. It can and will come. It can. Making jumpers. That's what shooting machines are for. But the ability to orchestrate and help a coach be a true extension of him on the floor, that's priceless. But I was giving you guys, just tune in, to blast to the past 12 years. from Greater Houston. So after Jared Vanderbilt, that's 2000 and I think 18. Well, it was another kid. We had a couple of kids that were out there on the forefront, and then they ended up leveling back off. One of them did. Sometimes, being ranked high can pay great dividends, and then sometimes it doesn't. You don't cash in on it, so to speak. But Jayla D was one of those who was ranked in the top 3 in the United States of America at one time, and was invited to Adidas Nations. Adidas Nations was in Houston when Jayla D was in the 9th grade, going to the 10th. It was in Houston at Summer Creek High School. I think me and Hatter, we sit there and put feet on the wood for the game of the second time. It came in like more than once. Because they had a young fella, by the time they were 12th graders, this was in the 9th grade when they had it here. I didn't go to that one. I think it was something else going on while that was going on in Houston. But then the second time they came back, and it was at Summer Creek again, I think. And guess what? We went and saw and supported Quentin Grimes in that game. And at that point, a lot of times, guys, guess what? We have been producing players for years, and we think, and we somehow, so many of you guys are led to believe that we got it bad. There are some bad things, some wrinkles that need to be ironed out. Yeah. But this city, as far as the recruitment of this city, is not lacking. Just because your kid ain't getting the scholarship offer he want, there are some schools that's been sniffing at him. Start calling them damn coaches back. And that's how you can keep your relationships open, because if you give him a good kid that can be productive, that coach gonna answer your phone for months and years to come. And so I wanted to get that out there. Yeah, I'm seeing some names on there, man. Yeah, Tim Frazier and Joey Brooks. That was a little bit before then. That was back before this time window I'm speaking of. But this is yeah. Now, thank you, Mike Garcia, Kendrick Davis, and Quentin Grimes were the same class. Guess what? All eggs don't hatch on the same day. But things is going pretty damn good for Kendrick Davis right now. If I had to bet my right pocket, I would not have thought that Kendrick Davis would have been this good in college. I was just hoping he could have made it to the regular season opener. I mean, the college season opener I'm talking about. Because based on where he came from,
He got out the mud
elements,
too.
The elements that were in his path, it wasn't a smooth ride. Man, life ain't as easy. In other words, where Kendrick Davis grew up is ditches. It ain't sidewalks. It ain't curbs.
I got some. I want you to. I answered it early my way, from just common sense. But I want you to answer because you a little bit more hands on. Because Glenn Bishop put this on the screen earlier. I know we didn't answer this question a million times, but maybe we need to answer it 1,000,001 times. What do you think about this? It's up on the screen right now.
Which one is more important, high school or grassroots, in relationship to being recruited? Can you fine tune that question for me, Adam? What you thinking? I mean, which one is more important?
What I looked at is he was just talking. Would you put more onus on summer basketball or high school basketball?
Could it say the word relationship?
Yeah, but he in relation. That's what he mean. In
relation.
Relation.
Well, what's more important?
In relation with in other words, if I'm being recruited, which one is the most important?
Well, the grassroots season gives the college coach, the college recruiter, a more valuable for the vast majority of the kids, it gives the grassroots season gives them a better measuring stick, because if you're going to say if you're going to one of the circuits, one of the travel team circuits, well, most teams is going to have multiple Division I prospects on a lot of your main courts playing at the same time. In high school, that's not necessarily the case for the vast majority of your public schools. You're not going to get that degree of competition night in, night out, day in, day out. So that means when that guy comes in to the high school, he has to be able to truly evaluate a lot of things. And you're watching these young men basically play against some cones in the sense of, in the terms of what Patrick Beverly called
Chris Paul. That man called Chris Paul a cone, man. But keep going.
Yeah, I mean, so the grassroots season has more weight in today's scope of things. Yes, it does. That's why things like now the high school season, it does have weight to certain types of teams. Say if you go to a Montverde, or if you go to an Oak Hill, you go to those types of programs, then they're going to have schedules that's going to be playing against multiple Division I talent, just as they would in the grassroots season, but a lot more structure and a lot more time geared toward practice and development of the team, of the players. That's a great question. Hope we answered that for you. And
don't worry about Eric, boy. Forget about it. He just run his mouth. Don't worry.
Who had control of the academic records? I don't understand what he's talking about on that question.
In other words, somebody said they're equal.
That's Walter Yates' response to that question. Who has control of the academic records? Does the summer coach? No, sir. So that's where the valuable component of where the high school
is valuable.
Is very, very valuable. Absolutely. Because until the rule is amended, they have to meet certain qualifications academically in order to get in. So most grassroots coaches aren't going to take the extra steps to go and get a letter, a notarized letter from the parent granting them the authority to go into the school and meet and handle academic affairs for their baby. Vast majority of grassroots coaches are not seeking that responsibility. And I know it can be done. That's why I tell people all the time, it could be done. Yeah. Because I've done it before. And I've gotten a letter notarized and signed, and it pissed that damn high school coach off. It pissed off the administration of the school as well. But there was nothing they can do. That's a legal binding document that was in that kid's file. I could walk in there and have a meeting and call a meeting with any teacher and go and meet the registrar, and I was on top of it.
But Jimmy, when I did it, it wasn't contentious. It wasn't a contentious moment. It wasn't contentious. The school was okay with it. The coach was okay with it. Everybody, when I did, I can tell the person I did it with, I can tell you off air, but it wasn't a contentious moment. Everybody knew that it was valuable having me being able to make sure this kid do the right thing. I mean, I can come and check him out of school. I had access to the kid. And but somebody just asked a question, Jimmy, which is more important. Hold up, check. Did you see that?
No. Which was more having the number one ranked player ranked in the country, or have number one ranked team in the country
for the city. Let's say for Houston.
I mean, for the individual, well, I guess you're talking about if it's a team, and that team has the number. Hell, having a number one ranked team in the country is a short-term accomplishment that lingers on in the memory of a lot of people, and it gets attention. But that number one team in the country doesn't necessarily mean you will get to play against abroad. That number one player in the country, the number one team in the country may not generate the recruitment of Power 5 schools. You follow me? It may not generate. It may not just because you got number one team in the country. That don't mean Duke and Kansas and Texas and Baylor, and that don't necessarily mean they're recruiting an abundance of players from that team.
Absolutely.
But if you got number one player in the country,
They come.
then things will change economically for that program because the sneaker companies will make sure that they're going to solicit their services to their companies to outfit that team, to give them product, not limited to the team, but to the coaches as well. They will get the amenities of being flirted with and recruited to go and play in different events. They'll pay for the travel, pay for the stuff legally. And
so it is, when you look at it like that, it makes more sense because having the number players, that's why we keep saying players would move this thing.
Yes.
Players.
Yes.
You can have a good team. You know what I'm talking about? Man, we winning beat. No, but who is your dude? That Coach K finna come down here and see. And Jimmy, Eric Bowen said you forgot about Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, I mean Kelly Oubre was in the 2012, 2014 class.
Yeah,
with Justin. But Kelly Oubre coming up. Remember by that time he had moved away to Finley.
Moved away for 1 year, Jim. He moved there last year.
No, he went to Finley for 2 years. No, 1 year. 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. Because he made the announcement at Top 100 camp in June. He was at the camp. He was at the camp after his 11th grade year. Is when he 11th grade season, that is. After 11th grade season he moved. But Kelly Oubre was in 2014. But back to this, the question. I hope we answered that, Gary.
I hope we answered that, Christopher. That was good.
Yeah, they both in their own ranks. But the thing is, I know a lot of coaches, when those relationships that's going to come your way, you have to water those flowers. You have to cultivate those relationships, because once that kid is gone, your phone is going to stop ringing.
I remember one in particular.
Your phone is going to stop ringing, and
nobody even talk about this coach no more, man. But you told him, said, dude, you better be glad. You know what I'm talking about. You said, man, you better be glad you had. Dude, your phone ain't gonna ring when the Junebug lose. Dude, that dude ain't at the school no more. Things done changed since he had that dude. That's crazy. You just made me think about it. So, hey, Christopher, having a dude is more important than having a good team.
Having that dude has way more amenities, but having that team can help you. It's going to attract players to want to come there. That's why, think about it. Since I mentioned Yates a while ago, that 2010, that class 2010 team, that made other kids.
Yeah, because they didn't have no dude. Yates didn't have no dude.
They didn't have a dude. Joe Young ended up.
Yeah.
He was, but Joe Young wasn't a no-brainer.
No.
He was the guy until he was. Remember, that was Snap Peters' team.
Yeah.
At first.
Alex Davis' team. Well, not really Alex, but Alex was working. Yeah.
That was then on some days it was Pee Wee's team.
Right.
But that team did have 6 players to go Division I. I think 6 or 7 off that team went to Division I, and which is cool for a public school.
Jim, I hate when you go back like this, because people be pulling dudes out there. A player forgot about playing at Madison named Carl Hood. Went to Mary's Cot.
Yeah, Carl Hood was class of 2002.
You weren't talking about that far back. You said 10 years back.
I'm not talking about.
Carroll must didn't hear that.
Carl Hood played for the Houston Lynx. So that's what Marcus Carroll got a soft.
Oh, okay. He being self-serving right now. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he was 2002 or 2004, one of those 2 classes. And but I mean, somebody else asked a question, Melvin Dews. He says, would you rather have in your job number 1 player in the nation or number 1? Oh, is that the same question again?
In your job, would you rather? He didn't answer that. You would, Jimmy. It helps you. Which one would help you in your job?
Covering the area.
Yeah. A dude helps a lot too, Jimmy. Having a bad dude, because when you had them twins, we can talk stuff all over the
Yeah,
country.
yeah. The number one player, it helps
It helps a lot.
me because that's more colleges that will want to subscribe
There you go.
to my scouting service.
That's what he's talking
and,
about.
And that has more room, more economic value to me. And if a team is the number one in the country, then my job is to make sure I'm on the right side of politics. That way, that team will play in an event or two of mine along the way, and then they serve as that way the community can get a chance to see them in a nice competitive environment. So, but that doesn't always means that the support is going to come out. Doesn't mean that, you know.
But we got a second part to that, and you just help. I think you answered it already. He says, like in the Jack Yates case, Duke, North Carolina, USC, they did not come to recruit those players at all on the Jack Yates team. No. So
they didn't. It didn't. It didn't come that. But you had guys that didn't have offers that picked up offers.
Yeah, but we talking about the big time. We talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, Joe Young he signed with Providence.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. Out of high school, and then they decided they wanted to go to U of H, where his dad was on the staff, right. Michael Young. Well, Providence did not want to release him, so they sit out the whole year at at University of Houston, and then he ended up going to Oregon. Right, as Kevin Sampson the year before Sampson, I think, came in, and but yeah, I mean it's that team. Pee Wee went to American University where he started. Yeah. Snap Peters had an offer from Memphis.
But
he decided it was Josh Pastner was the coach.
West Kentucky.
No, he had an offer from Memphis, but he ended up going to Western Kentucky.
Right.
And those coaches need to be kicked dead in their ass. They let a freshman become ineligible. That's unheard of. So you ain't gonna blame the freshmen. You blaming the coaches? No, the coach ain't supposed to let that happen. Coaching staffs are all around the country. Understand something? 51% at least is on the kid, but a freshman who's on campus ain't supposed to be ineligible for about the second semester. That ain't supposed to happen. That means the assistant coaches they just basically ignored all academic affairs of a kid that was an at-risk.
Okay.
At-risk classroom student coming in.
Thus, that's what Walter Yates said. None of those kids had Duke grades either on that particular team. Nobody would be able to get in.
No, you do grades.
Be able to get into Duke. Even if Coach Walter Yates was saying it, and I don't know. I don't know the kid's grade.
Pee Wee was a pretty smart in the classroom, but like I said, they had one kid went to Morgan State off their team. Another kid went to UMass off their team. Where did Alex go?
Yeah, I forgot. Alex was baller too.
Where did Alex go? Fresno. That's why he went out of high school, or did he go to JUCO first? But you end up going to Fresno.
San Diego. One of them, San Diego or Fresno. What? San Diego.
It was Fresno.
Where did Kawhi Leonard go? I think he went to where Kawhi Leonard went.
It's Fresno.
No, that's Paul.
San Diego. San Diego State.
I think he went to San Diego State. Yeah, San Diego.
Yeah, man. So that's understand, guys. My point is, we produce, according to one of the NCAA reports, Houston has the second most Division I players on the men's side in the country. New York City is first. Houston is tied with Chicago for the second most. And how how can you subscribe to any theory that our kids aren't getting recruited or exposure or getting out there when we have the second most in the country?
And who we behind? Chicago, who we behind?
New York City, which has 5 times the population
Yeah,
of Houston.
right.
Think about it.
But see, that's the narrative. I mean, Jimmy, everybody can paint their own narrative. It's just up to us to make sure we come back and just, tell them the truth. Because everybody got a narrative. I mean, it would seem like it because people tell me, man, it's popping. It's popping in Dallas. It's popping. It's popping. It's popping. Some of our own people in Houston. But then when you come with the facts, see, Jimmy, it's hard. It's hard. I tell people all the time, I'm an opinion-based man, but you got to have the facts to back it up. And but sometimes you can have facts and people say, well, I still don't believe it, Jimmy.
I mean, and that's the crazy part about it. We'll give a shout out, of course, to Matt Verdon over in Atlanta in the Chop Shop. Also, Glenn Smith back on with us, event operator extraordinaire is up in that Chop Shop. Shout out to Glenn is putting together a new Hoop Fest in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Yeah, and that's going to be in December. We have more details on that once he gets those matchups solidified, and that's going to be awesome. Also, Beaumont United has accepted an invite to go to Salt Lake City, where they will play in the Hoop Fest in Salt Lake City.
What the hell is Herb talking about, man?
What's
He
that?
said, I sent him to y'all, and he left school because his girlfriend said she would start dating somebody else if he didn't come home.
Talking about Snap Peters.
Oh, okay. Ain't no girl. A girl say that? Wait, hey, y'all. Do y'all got some? Do girls say that? Wait, I got some players, former players out there. Do girls say that? I wish one would say, baby, you've been replaced. As soon as I snapped it. Hey, Herb. Soon as I landed, you were replaced. What the hell are you talking about? That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I did not know. But let me say, we always said the media controls everything. They can make SHIT look like filet Macnon. Who said that? What Tommy Davis said filet Macnon. But
the what else I had? I had a couple of things
what you have
for you guys. One of them I had
what's your
I think one of them was Mattress Mac.
Hey, before we go to Mattress Mac, you got it? Because before we go, Asanya, I got Asanya. I've been looking for Mindy. Before Jimmy, we go there, I just want something real quick. This for Sonya and Mindy. What the heck is going on? Sonya, Mindy, what the hell is going on in United? Hold up, y'all. I got a parody on it. Hold up. Jimmy, you can't make this up. Hold up.
You saw that shit? Your ass put his hands on the bus.
People like Melvin Dews who be editing stuff like that. Mindy, what the hell? I mean, Sonya. Now you can come on, Jimmy. I had to get Sonya on
He's
that
from
one.
down in
I'm
Beaumont
sorry.
area, I think. The guy that played for the NFL had a brief career. Went to
Yeah.
Lamar, and
Yeah, went to
and
Lamar.
I saw that they on yesterday. That was unfortunate, but funny as hell. They said he put him out there. Shout out to Chad Grove over in Arizona, who beamed in the Boom Boom Room on the Chop Shop. You guys make sure you share the show if you haven't done so right now. Give us a share real quick to your social media pages or to your groups or what your hoop groups and alike. Give us a share. I see Lori Dotson in the house as well.
Hey, Lord. Hey, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. But I saw I was waiting on Cindy to Mindy to pop in. But I got the call because they work at United. What the hell is going on? This dude swung on this man first. And the guy name is Brendan Langley, Jimmy. He plays for the Calgary Stampeders. He was coming from Newark Airport, from somewhere, but it was unique. So what was you saying about Mattress Mac? What was you saying?
So Mattress Mac, his thing is, he always, when he would hedge,
His bets.
it would hedge against losses and a lot of promos, and going to the casinos and placing large bets.
Yeah.
That way basically run the promo is, if you buy furniture and you buy certain types of furniture from his stores, then you could stand to get your whole money back. You'll get a check for whatever you paid over a certain amount. Just say it might be $3,000 or more. So if anybody buys $3,000 or more, that's generally the number. Then you would stand to get your money back. If, let's say, a local team, the Astros win the World Series. Well, what Mac would do if they make it, right, then he would go and go and bet, right, that the Astros going to win at the casino. So that means if they win, then his profits are kind of offset. It stops some of the bleeding. Mm-hmm. Well, in this case, Mattress Mac has went and put the largest bet down. Well, put a bet down for $4 million for the Astros to win the World Series this year. If that bet pays out, it will produce the largest payout in the history of legalized gambling, and that is $40 million. Now, he had to make these bets at at least two different casinos, right? And he took $3 million to Caesar's Palace, and another $1 million went to the Wynn. So the three that's going to Caesar's Palace would pay $30 million. The $1 million going to the Wynn would pay $13 million. Those odds are a little bit better, which I don't understand. They must only would take the $1 million bet, Haller, because otherwise, why would you have not? If the $1 million is paying out 13, the odds are high, it's paying 13 million, then why wouldn't you have put $3 million down at the Win? Because it would have paid out 39 million instead of the 30 that you can win that way. But back to this thing. Here's what I learned. I went a little deeper on Mattress Mac on this betting. Guys, Mattress Mac lost estimated 2.6 million at the Kentucky Derby. Right? He lost $9.5 million on the Cincinnati Bengals at the casino. He lost $6 million on Alabama when Alabama in the college championship football. He lost $4 million last year on the Astros. Now, he won $2.7 million on Tampa Bay in Super Bowl back in 2021. He won $1 million on the Bengals in Tennessee game. That's an AFC game. And he also won, his biggest payout was $12 million. He won when the Kansas Jayhawks won the national championship in New Orleans this past March or April. So as it stands, he's $14.5 million under on his gambling endeavors with the sports books. Now, out of that $12.2 million, now it helps to add a little bit more understanding why he was so willing to go to Bill Self and work a deal for Bill Self to come down and fly to Houston during a live period to personally hand out the checks to those families who got the rebate checks, who had bought furniture at Mattress Mac stores. The leaves on the trees, my grapevine tells me that Mattress Mac paid Bill Self somewhere around $200,000 to $225,000 to make that appearance in Houston. Now, while he was here, they got him to go over to Del Mar and speak to some coaches and whatnot to do the way to make it look like it was a public service. It was beneficial for the compliance people. You
What's
came here for
important
that.
about this, Jimmy? Because I'm not getting it. What's important about this? I'm just not getting it.
What's important? The importance of it.
What's the thing?
It's more. It's an
Mac doing a
FYI.
lot of gambling.
Yes, a lot of
We know that.
losing a lot of money, but he's not really losing a lot of money. He's just losing a lot of money at the casinos because that money, those numbers are probably offset, right, by the furniture sold. That means if he sold $3 million worth of furniture in that quarter, then he's gonna go and probably put $2.5 million at the casino to offset it. So that's the thing on that. This Mattress Mac.
Man, I was thinking, man, I was reading the other day. I was listening to somebody. I forgot the guy's name, old Negro Leaguer. And I keep talking about this because I did not know this dude, Satchel Paige, was this great. Dude said he went to a baseball game. And he said, it ain't the 4th of July. Why is they popping firecrackers? Jimmy, dude said, them ain't firecrackers. That's Satchel warming up over there. They said a man throwing so hard when he hit the mitt, it sounded like firecrackers. Then, Jimmy, they said one batter supposed to be so good, he got up to swing against him. He said the ball went by him and said, zip, strike one. The ball went by him again, he said, zip. Umpire said strike one, strike two. So he said he just went over to the dugout. And the coach told him, say, hey, player, you get 3 outs up here. You get 3 strikes. You got to go back. He said, look, I didn't see the first one. I didn't see the second one. The hell you think you're going to think? I'm going to see the third one. He said, man, I'm just done with this dude. This man, these Negro League stories, if I had a knew those stories when I grew up, maybe I would have been more interested in baseball. I didn't know. I'm this days years old when I found out this guy was that good, man. And I'd never heard these kind of stories before. But they said this dude was that good. And I know it's baseball season, and I've been meaning to just talk about baseball every night, especially I wish Mindy was on the feed. But I did not know Satchel Paige was that feared. That feared. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
What else you got?
That's good old Negro League stories, man.
Yes, sir.
All day. Good stuff. Definitely good stuff. What else we have we got anything in the mailbag?
I was plenty in the mailbag. Your ass in my mailbag.
What you talking about?
Hold up, y'all. I got a Jimmy's tweets. Look, I got a Jimmy's tweet in my notes. What my notes say?
Yeah, let's get it out there. Which one?
I want to know what the hell y'all mean. Okay, check this out. You said this new generation is so effing soft. Everybody is buddy and acting like they supporting each other. But at the end of the day, their actions prove otherwise. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's widespread. A lot of guys, they act like, they down, with you, but you can tell you're just paying attention. Their actions will show otherwise by where they decide to go, what they decide to do. Some guys will be their allies, but go and try to poach kids, valuable players off the other guy's team, and y'all are guys. Y'all are supposed to be boys. High school coaches who's supposed to be allies with other high school coaches, and their goal, next they know, want to get a transfer, trying to get him. You'll take him at your team. Won't even tell.
Oh, you're talking about these guys. See, I'm thinking you was talking. I missed it. I thought you was talking about the kids. Casal. You just talking about this new generation of guys their yeses ain't their yeses and their no's ain't their no's.
Yeah.
See,
And then
okay. I'm
and
glad
then
I
and
asked you
so
because I ain't know what the hell. And then you
yeah,
had another one. You said, amazing how so many grassroots influencers shit on defecate on JL Enterprises all year long, and come May 2022, 2 spots came open and his players both filled the slots. Y'all salty, but still serve US-based basketball as masters and slaves. What do you mean by that?
well, the first phase in regarding a lot of people, that's no need to be explained how so many people, guys out there, I say shit on JL3, meaning that as you were recruiting and vying for players, you know, people was going and try to use recruiting pitches of why players shouldn't go over there. And basically in the lack of respect a lot of others have, meaning that you're not sending your kids to his camps, you're not coming to play in his tournaments, but then you want him to go and let your kid in his camp, in the top 100 camp, and that's what
But
I mean.
Jimmy, you
So
don't have to play for his. So you have to play for. So that's the lure. You have to play for his program in order for him to help you.
no, that's not the lure at all, John. That's not
I didn't say
nowhere
the
near.
lure. I'm just saying.
It,
But if you don't, cause you saying people, I'm just talking about the shit on part. People are. Let me tell you something. I don't think people. They just want the people to play on their team. So they
people
gonna say whatever they say to get the people
Exactly.
to play on their team.
In the midst of some of the recruiting efforts, there will always be things that some people will say as to why don't need to go over there. Man, they are not gonna do this. Or they don't do. I wouldn't go there. That. You know, or John Lucas, man, you ain't got to go. You ain't got to go. You know, we ain't got to go to that. We ain't got to go play. So that means you shitting on it, in a sense. And the term that I use as a description is shitting on it. So then you turn around and now he's got not one but 2 players off of his team into USA basketball. So that's big. And
I know
and
it's
both
big,
of
but I'm
those
just
kids don't get in. They don't get in playing for no other team at this point.
okay.
They don't get in.
Okay.
That's my thing.
I
So it ain't
got
like he had
you. Okay.
two. He didn't have
I
2 no-brainers.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? Zayden
Okay.
High don't get an invite
Okay.
to USA basketball right now if he playing with any other team. Chris Johnson, and we know he has some baggage and has he has a jacket. Remember I used that term back in the days on another player. He has a jacket on his back right now. He got to wear it. It's up to him to shed himself out of that jacket. But he don't get an invite there without playing for this.
But Jimmy, all of these teams hate on each other.
Yeah.
Every team.
That goes under the last question that just popped up a while ago.
Yeah, but Jimmy, and I'll be listening to him. There's a dude called me on the phone one day, said, man, I don't hate on players. But he sit up there hating on a player right on the phone with me. He really didn't understand what his ass was doing. Jimmy, he hated on the same player, but he said he don't hate on players. Maybe, Jimmy, it's some mental illness going on out here. Y'all keep playing around thinking it ain't. But it's some mental freaking illness going out here. And people just, I'm telling you, I'm talking to the dude on the phone. Well, I don't, but he hated on the player right in front of me. On the phone with me. I said, dude, you just hated on this dude.
What was his response when you said that?
His response was, I really wasn't hating on him. I was just talking, that was my pick. You hating on him, dude. Dude, they don't know that. Dude, I ain't trying to, dude, they so messed up. They will sit and talk negative about people so quickly, they don't even realize you just told me that you don't do that. It's unbelievable. But now you're bringing some people out the woodworks, Jimmy. I'm glad I asked these questions about John Luke. So, Jimmy, in the world of summer basketball, that's freaking normal to me. I ain't never heard another program talk positive about another program.
Well,
I've never.
Well, I'm not understand. I wasn't necessarily talking about the program. I'm talking about the person.
Oh,
The
okay.
individual. I'm
I
talking
get
about the
it. How the
individual.
hell they can talk? Jimmy, ain't nobody in this business got the credentials that John Lucas.
That's exactly the merit and the undertone of the tweet was that for that reason.
In other words, y'all don't have this man. Set this one out. Now, you want to talk about the program? Let's talk about the program. But the dude, that name attached to that program, he's a made man. He's unless you go be the number one in the draft, unless you do what he. Come on, see, I missed the tweet, Jimmy, because you didn't say John Lucas in the tweet. You said JL, but you said JL Enterprise. I'm thinking they're hitting on the team.
I tagged him, so that was his thing.
I got you.
Him.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's and once again, I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Yeah, keep on. Yeah, that's good. Look at.
And the Herb said, if you can't play, John Lucas is not going to put his name on him. That's true, and for the most part, and I don't blame him. And then Yuri, come on, man, Yuri, God, you degree. That's
come on.
You come. They didn't invite PJ Haggerty as a fraud. Yuri, PJ Haggerty had an opportunity and had an invite to Pango's camp. You influenced PJ Haggerty to not go to Pango's because of the very wrong reason. And know what that reason was, which came out of John Uri's mouth. You know what the reason was, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had a tournament that weekend.
What you say, Jimmy? Choices
and consequences.
Okay, keep going.
John Lucas and his team is trying to qualify for Peace Jam again, right? 2 starters, Chris Johnson and Zayden High, is invited to USA Basketball mini camp, right? That means JL3 has to go to EYBL this weekend without those 2 starters and play 5 games, not 4, 5, right? What would y'all have said? See what I'm saying? What would y'all have said if John Lucas would have convinced those kids to, no, you don't need to go to that. We got a tournament this weekend. We're going to the EYBL this weekend.
What he did, he showed them it's those kids' career and things are more important than this team thing right now. That's what he said. And I'm going to say it, I'm going to repeat it so John Uri can hear it. When that happens, Jimmy, so you mean those guys got to go to USA camp this weekend? These 2 guys, right? Mm-hmm. So they're going to miss it because sometimes, Jimmy, we got to paint this plain. Because there's some people out here going to go and going to read this, listen to this show over and over again and going to say, what? No. So Chris Johnson and Zayden High, instead of go and to Louisville for this very important weekend to be able to go to Peace Jam, he put those kids' careers ahead of what was selfish for him to go in the team. What he telling them, those other players on that team, your ass better step up. Because you're going to be watched this weekend. I got a question. Is this a live weekend yet or not yet?
Well,
it's just an important weekend.
For USA Basketball, it's a live weekend.
It's live, yes. Right.
Not for nobody else.
Right.
For USA Basketball, it's live because the NCAA which a lot of the coaches had been pushing back for years on something that should have been done a long time ago. And this was the coach when Coach K would always, and Bill Self would always, and different coaches would get to coach these young men. So they're saying, wait a minute, you mean to tell me college coaches can't go to USA basketball, but these same college coaches can go coach these kids at USA basketball? That you're giving them an unfair recruiting advantage.
But Coach Caven had that for the last 100 years.
So then it finally, what the name is like and all this stuff. So Wade finally broke the wagon. NCAA they finally agreed to let the college coaches go and watch them, but only one, based on space. In all fairness,
one coach per team.
One coach can be present per day, at the same time per team. One per day per team. So I know some colleges, it's gonna be a lot of college coaches in Houston this weekend. A lot is coming in. I've had several call me. Yeah, because it's going to be a straight Jesuit.
Oh, the things it's here. I didn't know that. Okay, I got you. Okay, I didn't know USA. I ain't kept up with it.
They love those facilities.
Okay.
Which if you've never been,
Jesuit got.
They love the area town, and it's just the ambiance.
It's easy to be secured.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You can. They can lock the gate and they want to. You ain't come on the property. But that's the thing on that regarding to.
And Jimmy, I love the thank you, Mr. Yates. Wesley Yates said the skill factor we've been missing 3 kids this weekend too. So a lot of those guys in the EYBL are going to be missing some kids, Jimmy, this weekend.
Yes, a few.
Okay.
A few of them.
Okay.
A few of them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Now back to this thing about John, so that you guys understand this, how John Uri opted. You made a decision. This kid, they invited this kid. It doesn't matter when he talking about the last minute. He got his invite at the same time that I want to say Terrence Arsenault got his invite. At the last damn minute.
Terrence Arsenault made it.
Terrence Arsenault went. No.
Terrence Arsenault did go.
He went to Pangos?
Oh, not the Pangos. I'm sorry.
No.
He was the top 100. I'm sorry.
But if you made a mistake, and people make them all the time.
He said he make no mistakes. He said, I'm never wrong when it comes to basketball community. That's the problem right there. Let me put that on the screen. Hey, y'all. He the only one can say this. Everybody else, please don't say this, but keep going, Jimmy. This is a master class today, Jimmy. Keep going. Unbelievable. I'm never wrong. The hell you think you are? Oh, my God.
Well, John
Jesus. Jesus John. John the Baptist.
This past weekend, one of John Uri's star players is suited up with another team and plans to stay with that team.
He ain't wrong. That don't mean nothing, Coach John. Jimmy.
So I want to see if your same energy that you use to market this young kid, since you love your kids, don't stop talking about him because he's gone to another team now.
I just can't believe that man just said that. Somebody, hold up. Jimmy, somebody, he got hacked. He got hacked. Because he said, I'm never wrong about basketball recruiting. Wow. I love that. I'm going to frame that one.
Man, you know why I sit and I singled.
I'm gonna put it back up there, Jimmy, because I'm going
John out. Why I singled him out a while ago is because based on the year that PJ Haggerty had, that platform, if he would have went to Pangos, could have provided him an opportunity for another star to have been born. Nationwide, he could have. I mean, understand, because that means if he would have played well there, then the invite to top 100 camp, that's what started this saying that John Lucas should invite him to top. You don't get in top 100 camp. He don't. At the time, he wasn't ranked in no top 50 in the country. He wasn't even ranked in the top 100 in the country at the time. So he goes there. You put up. You have a good showing. Then you could possibly have gotten the invite to top 100 camp. It possibly could have worked out that way. But you don't go to Pangos, you damn sure ain't getting no invite to top 100 camp. That's what I'm saying. That's the part of it. That's the part of it. And
I just don't understand. This the kind of stuff. Hey, and when I ask the question, what can we do to make this basketball community better? That's number one shit. Stop stupid ass stuff like that. If we can figure out a way to stop that kind of stuff right there, y'all, this community will be better. But keep going, Jimmy. Let's get out of here. I'm ready to go.
Kelly Gamma said if PJ makes it to the league, none of this would matter. Yeah, it's story being, yes, that's true. But PJ Haggerty, most of these kids nowadays, including the PJ Haggerty, at the time, remember, a lot of people hadn't digested his potency level, his greatness as a high school basketball player. And a lot of people they seek the validation. That's why you go and play, and some people do, some people don't. But that was an opportunity because it was obvious that John Urey wanted PJ Haggerty in NBPA top 100 camp. That's a fact. He wanted him there. And my thing was go to Pangos. Well, man, he ain't gonna be able to make it that weekend. He ain't gonna make it a couple days away. And I'm like, dude, you mean
your team? Hold on, Jimmy. No. Your team got a tournament. Forget the team. Get the player to that place where he need to be. Like John Lucas did this weekend.
Yeah.
But I make no mistakes. I'm never wrong when it comes to basketball. I'm never wrong. My fellow Americans, I'm never wrong. That's what Nixon said. Wow. This is fun. Jimmy, you got anything else to say? Cause I don't want to even be on the show right now with this. I'm gonna take my face off the screen. I'm just gonna.
we get ready to land the plane in a minute, and but that's something, guys.
I'm in the green room, Jim. I'm getting my makeup taken off.
It's unbelievable, man. It's just, come on, guys. Y'all, you got to get smarter. You know, that's, you. I just can't.
Jimmy, I'm gonna make me little. I'm gonna get over in the corner. I'm gonna sit over in the corner.
And Yuri just won't stop. I mean,
he won't stop.
I mean, it won't stop. Just come on, man. That's the parents. Yeah, obviously, but you have the influence. You have influence. If you were in the right sound of mind, then you would have told the parents, "I don't care what y'all do. You can't come with us." So y'all need to take him to that camp. When PJ Haggerty played for John Urey, some of you guys right now, hell, in 5 years, John Urey won't remember three other players from off that team. In 5 years from now, even John Urey won't remember three other players besides PJ Haggerty that was on that same team. He won't even remember. Guys, if you have an opportunity for one of your players to excel or get close to fulfilling their goal, and you block that, you box them out from or block that blessing, then that's a decision that you have to live with. It's on you. Hell, I'm wondering right now, I got a real sincere question. When are the Houston Superstars going to play again this summer? Helen?
I don't know that. I don't know to keep up with the team.
The reason I asked John Urey, can you tell me when the next event they're going to play, the Houston Superstars? Because Jackson Fields just committed to Troy State. So Jackson Fields is going to Troy State. He's going to be getting ready to packing up, get ready to go to summer school in a couple of weeks. Runyo Abu from Bush High School, he's left the Susan Superstars and he's gone to the D Gibb Hoops. He's gone to the D Gibb. So John Uri didn't have but like 8 players in uniform. Last time I saw.
Long as he taking them to college, he all right. I don't mind his team. I love the little kid. But I'm talking about the point that man said he never, what that man say? Hold up. I got to put that back. Never wrong when it comes to basketball recruiting. God. I've never heard nobody say that in my entire life. Never. Ever. But Jimmy, I know you want to get back.
He's going to play this weekend in Dallas. So tell me this. Now this young man assigned, is Jackson Fields going to be playing? So he's committed to a school, to a Division I school. Is he going to be playing this weekend? Is Runyo going to be playing this weekend?
Man, hey, man. I thought, Jimmy, I almost got past this day. I was saying, Robert, you've been good today. I was just saying to myself, I was patting myself on the back. I'm done. Jimmy, listen to me. Protecting your energy is not a crime. I'm about to protect my energy right now. Because this dude trying to zap it. I'm going to leave it alone.
Well.
Watch this.
Oh, man. You know.
Anything else, man? You've been gone for a long time.
Man.
Anything you got, you've been gone, man. I know you've been in the meetings, you've been doing coaching stuff. I know you've been doing everything. You got anything else to say before we get out of here today?
I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless. I just can't. Put it up there one more time. I got to put it up there again.
I ain't never seen this before. Jimmy, I screenshot it. I'm gonna send it to you so you can keep it. You can keep it in your wallet. You can put it in your Apple Wallet. Oh my God. I never seen this, y'all. I'm sorry, I've never seen this before. It's a masterpiece.
Oh man. Yeah, guys.
It's a masterpiece, y'all. He painted it. That's Picasso Uri. John Van Gogh.
Woo, man.
Hey, well, congratulations on Jackson signing, though.
Let me help John Uri out. I'm going to help you out, John.
Okay.
That way, recycle his energy. I'm going to recycle this
stuff
into a good deed.
Thank you, baby. I need it.
The chop shop.
Okay.
Because John Uri is going to go up to the Gasso.
Okay.
And pay his hard-earned money to play in that tournament. And I want you to be advised, because I asked the question sincerely if those 2 guys were going to play for his team this weekend. And he says Jackson has to report this weekend. So Jackson Fields is going to Troy State this weekend. And the other young man, Abu Runyo, I asked him, was Runyo going to? And he says, we're good with Runyo going to D Gibb. That's 2 starters. So here's what you need to do, John Uri. I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
You should call, since you call Sean Jones and let Sean Jones play with you from Shadow Creek High School. And Sean Jones will get you the attention because D1 coaches would be watching those live streams because Sean Jones is a legitimate Division I prospect. So you call Sean Jones, or we have about 6 or 7 other unsigned seniors from the area. The kid Abu Kamara from Katy Paytau, he's about 6'6", 6'7". He's serviceable. He's solid. You call Abu. You call Brian Itumnu. He played with TJ Ford program. He goes to Kempner High School. You can call him. Eric Holcomb. He's a guard, unsigned senior. You call him. They got a big 6'9", a 6'10", 6'11" kid over at Cypress Lakes, John Munzel. You can call him. Since you worked at Madison, you have a soft spot in your heart for Madison High School. They have a young kid that was a 2-sport star at Madison that's probably going to play football in college or try at next year. But he's a pretty decent basketball player named Elijah Hill. Call Elijah Hill. So now you can do one of those guys a favor with those 2 slots that just came open. You can fill them with one of those guys I just named. 2 of those guys I just named. And that way now your team will get more mature because unsigned seniors when they playing in May, they have a whole different outlook reason they playing in May than the rest of those guys. Because the clock is ticking fast. They're trying to get somewhere. They can get it. You get those guys opportunity. But anyway, guys, it's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday. And I'm reading this thing. Michael Smith say the hat kicking it off. and they got it. And we're gonna slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing, guys. Make sure you share the show on the way out the door. John Uri, don't go down there and last time I saw you play, you got the brakes beat off of you. If you go down there and get your brakes beat off, because you just said we're good. Our team is, you said it's good at first, then you said we're solid. If you go out and get your brakes beat off, I'm telling you, Monday gonna be a fun day on the chop shop. I'm telling you, never wrong when it comes to basketball recruiting. We gonna get. I'm telling you, man, we gonna get it in, but we gotta get up out of here, man. I read it. Yeah. Never wrong when it comes to basketball recruiting. And then he put 3 dots after that thing.
Yes.
Dot.
Like, and oh my goodness. Love y'all, man. I'll see y'all. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Women Rock Wednesday. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, but I can't wait till Monday. All gas and no brakes. See you later. We out.
See y'all. We about it.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop.